Hey Capricorn, how's everybody doing? Before we get into it, let's set the intention for this to be a space where everyone allows themselves to feel seen and validated, and ultimately for this to be a safe space and a healing space in alignment with everyone's highest good. It looks like you finished something. A cycle was completed and now a new one is beginning for you. Starting off with your ruling planet here with Saturn. It feels to me like experience that you've gained is helping you with the situation you're now finding yourself within. Like providing you with the type of insight that you needed. I'm looking at the Ace of Cups. Maybe how you balance things in relation to what you want to give, how you're feeling about yourself. For some of you, this can involve love. For some of you, this is about how you want to be using your innate abilities, how you want to be expressing them, what you're going to do with them. How you're managing what you're feeling. Yeah, I'm seeing you working through something when it comes to, I'm hearing emotional composure. For some of you, you could be in therapy working through things, or just for yourself, with yourself, working to get to a place where you feel balanced, where you feel centered, and like really focusing on things when it comes to that. It's like how to feel your emotions and how to hold them and what to do with them, how to witness what it is that you're feeling. And what comes from that? What can you do with that? How does that elevate you? I'm seeing you put a very, very big focus on your emotional and mental health here. Especially in times when you feel stressed out. This feels like stress management to me. It feels too, because you're tapping in so deeply, it's really helping you know how to like ride the wave, how to be conscientious in the decisions that you're making, how to handle situations when they feel overwhelming / distressing to you, and how you interact within those moments, where you find yourself. For some of you, this is related to a new job or a role that you have assumed, work-related things, how you manage that, how you're managing your responsibilities, how you're managing your finances, and the stress that comes with like naturally with like a role that you have assumed. I'm also hearing what you're taking away from that. I'm seeing a message come through for you quickly. Whoever this person is that's coming through to talk to you, I'm seeing that they may want to clear something up. I'm seeing this message come through fast. It may give you perspective that you didn't have before, or maybe even information that you needed. Could have been waiting on this. I'm seeing definitely like a dialogue that's going back and forth. This is about you starting something new. Gaining more insight in relation to something new that you've started, and a transition that you're making. It seems like you took a chance with something too, and you know that this means big things are going to be changing for you as well. And like there's a message that comes through that kind of furthers you along through this transition that you're making. I'm hearing something about progression. So it seems like you finally got to a new place, you finally completed something, and now you're beginning anew. Definitely in a brand new cycle for yourself, something that you're working through. I'm seeing a message come through that helps you, especially when it comes to grounding your emotions, clarity that you needed, about managing stress that you're feeling in relation to like this new territory that you're finding yourself in, and also how to balance your responsibility in a role that you've assumed, especially because this seems like it's taken like quite a transition in order for you to get to this place. It's like you may feel like you're going through a place where like things are changing in relation to like your roles and expectations, responsibilities. Okay, so I'm looking at Saturn, Sagittarius, Uranus, and Scorpio. Let's keep going. I'm hearing something about not jumping ahead. For some of you, you may find yourself traveling. It feels like you're making progress, but there's a sense of, I'm hearing anticipation. It looks like you feel worried about something, but maybe you feel like part of the journey has also been about you getting into a place where you're feeling more confident about what you're doing. So it's like even at times when you may feel unsure of yourself, you're like continuously making progress to find ways to deal with that anxiety, or like other unpleasant emotions, and to work through them, especially creatively as well. Maybe there was also a time too when you had been doubting yourself a bit, and this is something you've been working on. I'm seeing that something is ending as well with the Ten of Swords here. Maybe even painfully so. It's like definitely something that you may have been struggling with because it's finishing. Yeah, you could have been feeling doubtful about what you were manifesting and questioning yourself when it came to your ability to manifest what it was that you were trying to manifest. And there's a sense of worrying about someone from the past as well, and an ending that you had with this person. This is someone you would feel attracted to, someone you felt drawn to. But, I mean, it can always be platonic, doesn't necessarily have to be romantic, although it can be. There's definitely a pull towards this person, but I'm seeing, this is someone you're familiar with. I'm seeing an ending of a relationship. I'm getting also a sense of, like, an energy of freeing yourself up, too, here. For some of you, there's a sense of worry and stress because there had been, like, maybe even a reunion that had manifested with someone that you'd already ended things with. Like, somebody may have even returned, possibly, for some of you. seems like you're making progress with accepting things as they are, connected to your interpersonal relationships. There's a sense of worrying about what is being created, what is being manifested when it comes to you and another individual. I'm seeing someone that you're quite fond of from your past, or at least you had been. I'm seeing you bring justice to a situation, and the way that you're doing this is by ending this. You could have even had the opportunity to like bring something back to life just to end it differently than you had before. Retrograde themes. It seems like tying up loose ends here with someone. That it became necessary to do that. It kind of feels like you may have had an opportunity to find closure in a way that you hadn't felt you had possessed before, and this was the perfect opportunity for you to do so. I'm looking at Mercury, Gemini, Libra, the Sun, which represents Leo. And now you're focusing on your stability. I'm also hearing comforts. I'm hearing home comforts. For some of you too, you're focused on building towards your goals as well. Creating peace within your environment, home environment, maybe other environments you find yourself within. For some of you too, you may be taking a little bit of a break, maybe to regroup. Yeah, you could have even been invited to do something and you ended up not engaging because you felt like you still needed time to figure things out for yourself. As I said before, there's a notion of like regrouping here. There's a sense of also wanting to understand something differently, that maybe in your alone time you've now had the opportunity to gain a perspective that was needed. It seems too like there's more of an understanding when it comes to the ways that you want to be setting boundaries in relation to your stability. And doing a deep dive when it comes to you thinking about this. It's like, what type of boundaries are needed for me? How do I want to set them? How does this promote my healing, my grounding, my security, my sense of balance? It does really feel like you're taking a break to look inward and be introspective in that way, and I'm seeing that it's giving you a type of insight that you hadn't had before, and it's going to help you make a decision that needs to be made as well. I'm hearing called out. Yeah, it seems like a decision needs to be made when it comes to you setting boundaries and you getting a more clear understanding of what feels like balance and reciprocity to you, emotionally, energetically, financially for some. It seems too like you gain an answer that you had been looking for. Something is revealed to you. Something very insightful. Okay. I'm seeing an opportunity that you had wished for. I'm hearing an opening. Yeah, I'm seeing an opportunity for you to start something that you want to start. For some of you, this is a project, it's some type of venture, can even be a relationship potentially. Something new that you'd be starting. It really feels like the possibilities are endless with this. Definitely something you feel guided towards, and a place where you're going to find a sense of satisfaction. It feels too like knowledge that you've acquired, some type of action. I'm hearing formal action needs to be taken. It's like you're being guided to speak something out about an opportunity, something that you wanted to start, something that you are starting, some type of endeavor that you're pursuing, a direction that you're going in now, something that feels in alignment with you. Like morally, you may feel like you need to speak out on something. Something that because you've given yourself time to think this over, you've gained an insight that you needed in order to take action verbally, some type of communication that's needed for you. I'm looking at Virgo, I'm looking at Neptune, I'm looking at Taurus, and I'm looking at the moon here. Maybe too, gathering information in relation to somebody that you're collaborating with, and maybe how you want to take control of that collaboration, or how you want to be exerting yourself, how you want to take charge. It seems like you found something you were looking for. For some of you too, this is also about tapping into the part of yourself that is determined and really thinking things over rather than being reactive or impulsive. This is about playing the long game in relation to your sense of fulfillment. For some of you, you may be deciding that you don't want to work with someone because like you may have like differing ways of how you enter into a collaboration with them. And maybe you feel like that isn't, maybe you feel like the way that you interact with them, the way that they do things is distracting to you, or you feel like it kind of pushes you away from the goals that you're trying to meet. So you may push off away from this person. Feels like intuitively you understand something that you needed to see when it comes to like how you're prioritizing yourself and what you're pursuing. You may feel in your head about moving on. You may feel confused too about where that's going to be leading you. But there's a sense of needing to like make decisions that feel empowering to you rather than out of a place of like fear or scarcity. So this is about you believing in yourself and the decisions that you want to make, how you want to be cultivating things in a way that works for you, in a way that you feel good about. All right, my friends, we are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everybody for joining. Thank you for tuning in. I'm wishing everybody love and light and healing, and I hope to catch you guys next time.